let's talk about church being boring and when preachers preach. When preachers say things like, y'all don't hear me. We're not supposed to. We're supposed to be hearing from within. We're supposed to be going within and getting word, downloads, direction, instructions from within. And anything that anybody says on the outside should just be confirmation. When you say things like, I'm just going to bring this word and I'm going to get out your way. It's because you know yourself that it's boring, it's old, people are tired. You can see it on people's face. They don't want to be there. It's like, here we go again. And you know you got to preach. It's boring. Refurbishing and remixing the same stories. All these years, some people have been in church and in the same church for 40 years. You should know that Bible inside and out. But it's boring. Have you ever thought about that? My spiritual life and how I do things, it's always exciting. Every day is something new, a new download, a new revelation, a new understanding. And you saying, well, I get that from the Bible all the time. How many revelations you gonna get about that man in the belly of the fish? How many revelations can you get and understanding that you can actually apply to your life without just doing the work? What else do you need to know about the wine, that was turned from the water to wine? Like, how much do you need to know about the woman at the well? These are stories about people. What are the stories in your life? What stories are you creating in your own life based on your connection or your divinity or how you operate in your spirituality? If any preacher is listening, people are leaving church because it's boring. Who wants to be bored? When you can get on TikTok and you can see all this stuff, memes and funny things, and you can even just see things just in life. It's not about being entertained, which actually we are entertained when we watch things that happen in the church. It's definitely some entertainment going on. But when it comes to them actually growing, it's boring. I'm gonna be honest. Do the studies. Don't they say things like people's attention span is only for so many minutes? Why y'all up here preaching for 45 minutes? Why y'all up here preaching for an hour? Saying the same things over and over. And you wonder why people start getting all antsy, at a certain time. And people used to look at me because I was a musician. And when the pastor would be up there preaching too long, they'll look at me like, mount that organ, girl, get on up there. And I'm like, I can't. I got to wait till he hit. And then that's my cue. I get up there and they just look so relieved. Like they be trying to rush me. I'm like, I can't. Or he going to say, Sister Dorian, I ain't ready. You get up there too soon. Stuff like that. Anyways, people are bored and they want something fresh, something new. And yes, people can sit there for 45 minutes and they can be entertained if that's where they are spiritually and they're in alignment with entertainment. They can sit there and listen to the swallowed preacher or different preachers who are very dramatic, demonstrative, and they can listen for a whole hour, but then they go home for the rest of the week and all the hours of their week, and there's no overcoming, there's no victory. It's the same old. And you know why your life is the same old? Because you go and listen to the same old word every week. And another thing, if people in the psychiatric ward are demonically oppressed, demonically possessed Christians, why haven't y'all banded together to shut that whole industry down? Like, why haven't y'all came together to say, hey, can we come in here and, do what we do and cast out these demons? Because things are not always demonically influenced. There are other underlying issues. But to the point, why haven't y'all came in there and did that? Y'all wouldn't know what to do if somebody was sitting right in front of you. Y'all don't know what to do. Y'all wouldn't know what to do. Not only that, it's because all you do is sit in those churches. And I can talk on this one because when I was in the building, I wasn't in the building. We would get together and we would go out into the streets. We would actually go out and do things. And despite what I believe now, back then, I was a for real one. I wasn't a church folk. We would go out there and do all the laying on the hands. We were like little Jesuses. We would really go out and do that kind of stuff. But today's Christian, you sit behind the walls, sit behind these computers. The only muscles that you have is the ones in your thumbs to judge and send people to hell. Why haven't y'all shut those industries down? If it's demonically influenced, like you say, because remember, Jesus cast out that deaf and dumb spirit. Why are there deaf and dumb people in the world today then? Why is sign language even a language if you have this power to open up the deaf ears? And I love sign language. I took 2 years of it in high school, and I still remember it to this day. I absolutely love it. But why is that even a language? Why are there even facilities